Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video like up. For fans of When Calls the Heart, few headlines could bring such a mix of nostalgia, excitement, and curiosity as the news that Brooke Shields is returning to Hope Valley a full decade after her first appearance. In a world where Hallmark's beloved period drama has thrived on heartfelt storytelling, iconic guest stars, and long-term emotional arcs, Shields' comeback is more than a casting choice, it's a homecoming. It is also a seismic shift that hints at where the franchise might go in season 13 and beyond. This exclusive update isn't just about an actress stepping back into a role. It's about history coming full circle, characters being reimagined, and fans finally receiving the gift of closure they didn't even realize they'd been waiting for. A decade in the making. Revisiting Brooke Shields. Original role when Brooke Shields first graced When Calls the Heart, it was season 2. And her character Charlotte Thornton entered Hope Valley with the confidence and fire of a woman who could shape destinies. She was Jack Thornton's mother, a strong and pragmatic woman who challenged Elizabeth Thatcher at a time when the schoolteacher's romance with a Mountie was just beginning to blossom. Charlotte wasn't a background character. She was a force protective of her son, skeptical of Elizabeth's intentions, and refreshingly independent in a town defined by tradition. Her brief time in Hope Valley left a lasting impression. Viewers loved her mixture of humor, toughness, and vulnerability, and many lamented that her storyline was cut short. 10 years later, fans have been clamoring for a character like Charlotte, again someone who can stir the pot, reawaken dormant feelings, and remind everyone that love is often messy, complicated, and worth fighting for. Brooke Shields' return promises just that. Why now? The timing behind the return. Hallmark has a knack for timing. With When Calls the Heart heading into its 13th season, the creative team is looking to blend nostalgia with fresh drama. Shields' return couldn't be more perfect. Elizabeth's new love story after years of waiting. Elizabeth and Nathan Grant have finally stepped into a romantic future together. But the journey won't be smooth, and who better to test their bond than a figure tied to Jack Thornton's legacy? Charlotte Thornton's reappearance will inevitably stir up old feelings and questions Elizabeth thought she'd laid to rest. Generational themes. Brooke Shields herself has matured in the last decade, moving from being cast as a protective mother to someone who embodies wisdom, resilience, and perspective. The writers can now use her to explore themes of legacy, second chances, and what it means to move forward after grief. Fan engagement. The Hallmark fandom is one of the most loyal in television. Bringing back Shields is a gift to longtime viewers and a clever way to attract new ones, curious to see what happens when a Hollywood legend re-enters Hope Valley. Brooke Shields speaks out her return to Hope Valley in an exclusive behind-the-scenes interview. Brooke Shields admitted that her return feels like coming back to a family reunion. "I never imagined Charlotte would get another chapter," Shields said. "But When Calls the Heart has always been about unfinished stories. She's a character who says what's on her mind, and I think fans will be surprised by how much she still has left to say." Shields also teased that her character will not be the same as she was 10 years ago. "Time has changed Charlotte. She's lost people, gained wisdom, and carries secrets of her own. What she reveals and what she withholds could alter the course of Elizabeth's journey forever." What Charlotte's return means for Elizabeth. Thatcher Thornton has endured one of the most transformative journeys in Hallmark history. From the young, uncertain schoolteacher in season 1 to a mother and leader navigating love, grief, and hope, her arc has been both heartbreaking and triumphant. Charlotte's return forces Elizabeth to confront something she hasn't fully reckoned with: her relationship with Jack's family. Unanswered questions. Did Elizabeth keep in touch with Charlotte after Jack's death? Has she been a silent presence all along, or did their connection fracture with grief? Nathan's challenge. How will Nathan react when Charlotte re-enters Elizabeth's life? As Jack's mother, Charlotte represents an unshakable link to Elizabeth's past. Nathan's patience will be tested. especially if Charlotte questions his ability to love Elizabeth as deeply as Jack did. Little Jack's grandmother. The biggest emotional bombshell will come when Charlotte meets her grandson. For 10 years, fans have wondered if the series would ever explore this connection. Now, it's finally happening, and it promises to be one of the most poignant storylines of the season. Hope Valley reacts. A town in transition, Hope Valley has always been more than a backdrop. It's a living, breathing character in its own right. Charlotte's return will ripple through the entire town. Rosemary and Lee as the de facto pillars of Hope Valley. They'll likely find themselves caught between Elizabeth's emotions and Charlotte's no-nonsense advice. Expect witty banter, but also moments of heartfelt reflection as they realize how far the town has come. Faith Carter, as a woman who has faced her own losses and romantic challenges. Faith could become an unexpected ally for Charlotte, offering compassion and understanding. Henry Gowan, ever the wild card. Henry may see in Charlotte a kindred spirit, someone who knows what it means to carry burdens and seek redemption. Their scenes together could bring surprising depth, a legacy restored. What this means for Jack Thornton's memory, Jack Thornton, remains the heartbeat of When Calls the Heart, though the character was killed off years ago. His presence lingers in every decision Elizabeth makes. Bringing back Charlotte isn't just about adding drama, it's about reestablishing Jack's legacy in a tangible way. Imagine Charlotte telling little Jack stories about his father, things Elizabeth never knew, or moments Jack kept private. These revelations could heal old wounds and strengthen Elizabeth's resolve to move forward, even as she continues to honor her late husband. Behind the scenes. How Hallmark pulled it off landing Brooke Shields for a return appearance was no small feat. Industry insiders suggest that negotiations had been underway for over a year, with both scheduling and storyline considerations at play. Executive producer Alfonso Moreno reportedly pushed hardest for her return, arguing that Charlotte's reappearance could serve as a bridge between the early seasons and the new direction of season 13. This isn't just a cameo, Moreno explained. It's a storyline that honors our past while propelling us into the future. Filming for Shields episodes began quietly earlier this year, with cast and crew sworn to secrecy. Even Kevin McGarry Nathan Grant hinted in a recent interview that season 13 would feature faces fans have longed to see. Though he stopped short of naming names. Fan theories explode. What could happen? The Hardys, the show's fiercely dedicated fanbase, are already spinning theories about what Charlotte's return could mean. Some of the most popular include Charlotte as a matchmaker. Could she end up being the one to encourage Elizabeth to fully open her heart to Nathan? Seeing in him the same courage she once admired in Jack? A hidden secret about Jack? Might Charlotte reveal something about Jack's past that Elizabeth never knew, something that could change her perspective on love and loyalty? Charlotte stays in Hope Valley. Fans speculate this isn't just a short arc. Could Shields become a recurring character, shaping the town's future alongside its newer residents? Brooke Shields and Hallmark. A perfect match. Brooke Shields' career has been defined by reinvention. From her early days as a child star to her iconic film roles and later television success, she has always brought depth and humanity to her performances. Her presence in When Calls the Heart feels almost inevitable in hindsight. Hallmark thrives on actors who can embody warmth, resilience, and timeless charm, and Shields delivers all three effortlessly. Her return could even signal more collaborations between her and Hallmark in future projects, whether in Christmas films, limited series, or other dramas. A season of reckoning. How Charlotte shapes season 13. There's one takeaway from this exclusive news. It's that season 13 will be a season of reckoning. Charlotte Thornton's reappearance ensures that every character, Elizabeth, Nathan, Little Jack, and even the townsfolk, confront the past to embrace the future. The emotional stakes are higher than ever. This isn't just about romance. It's about legacy, forgiveness, and the ties that bind families across generations. Expect powerful confrontations, heartfelt reconciliations, and the kind of tear-jerking moments that made When Calls the Heart a Hallmark mainstay in the first place. 10 years ago, Brooke Shields walked into Hope Valley and left an indelible mark. Today, she returns not as a visitor, but as a vital piece of the town's ongoing story. Her comeback isn't just a treat for fans. It's a reminder of why When Calls the Heart continues to thrive after more than a decade on air. At its core, the show is about people finding strength in each other, learning from the past, and daring to love again. Brooke Shields, Charlotte, embodies all of that, making her return not only timely, but necessary.